Hi. So I'm a little late, you guys. Sorry. Let me just get on my other phone on YouTube so I can keep track of this video. So I'm not good. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am really not a good time person. Um, if I say something is like exact, it's never exact. I'm very feminine energy most of the time, except for my blunt and assertiveness, which I would say is the masculine side of me. But other than that, I'm like 85% feminine energy, meaning I go with the flow. I don't really structure things. I don't really have a lot of structure in my life. I'm very like flowy and like whenever. So that's why I apologize. But if I say like, oh, I'm going to be on at 4 and then 4:30 rolls around, it's because I'm that type of person. It just is what it is. It's a good thing I mostly work for myself now. But anyway, so let's do our daily messages. And then maybe I'll do a celeb reading towards the end because I came back from going out last night and I was so mad because I recorded a video and it didn't record. I think I stupidly didn't press the red button again on my professional camera. And so I was just like talking to myself, not recording anything for like 15 minutes last night when I got home. Anyways, and it was a good reading too because I went out and I had hookah and I drank and I didn't have like a lot to drink, but I had like enough. And like sometimes readings are more fun that way and they're better if you had some wine because I drink wine. Yeah, but it didn't record. Oh well. So maybe I'll do another one at the end of the video. So let me just do daily messages. I'm going to try to keep it short today because I have somewhere I have to go this afternoon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll take out 2 for career, 2 for love, 2 for general messages, career, and 2 for love. So just concentrate while I'm shuffling if you want to choose message 1, 2, or 3. And okay, so that'll be message 1. Career. Message 2, career. Message 3, career. Okay. Okay, these will be career too. Thanks for coming, guys. Okay, career, career, career. All right, and then now we'll do from the positive deck for love. Let me go on my phone, actually. I can't see it when I can't see your messages very well like that, and I don't like having to keep looking at the other phone. So I'll just, I'm going to watch it from my other phone. This is so much easier. Yes, you did. You finally got me live. How are you, Rising Storm? Hi, Patricia. Thank you. Okay, so these are messages 1 through 3, love. 2 for love each. 1 through 3, love. Okay, 1, 2 for message number 1. 1, 2 for message number 2. And then 1, 2 for message number 3. Okay. I need to clear off my table. This is like a really big table and I have so much crap on it. Like you guys can't see from here. It's like covered in like papers and notebooks and card decks and folders. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. But anyways, table, but I treat it like a desk. So, okay, so did you guys pick your numbers? Because I have them all out now. I'm going to do career, then love for each message. So you get 2 messages in one, regardless of what number you picked. So let me just see. Okay, so it's your last chance. Pick message 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so if you picked message number 1, your message for career is be confident. You've got this. You know, you have the strength and ability to do what it is you need to do. You need to be assertive. You need to take a risk. This card displays the Ace of Wands really well. Again, this is why I like this deck. So this is another example from the Druidcraft Tarot about how it explains the messages of the cards better than the original tarot. This deer is going to jump over one side of the cliff to the next side of the cliff. It's showing in this card how the Ace of Wands is about taking risks, taking chances, and being confident, because it's, instead of just showing the wand, it's showing this animal literally contemplating taking a risk, you know, where there's greener pastures, where there's a tree over here, where it looks nicer. And he's like, okay, I can do this, right? And then the wand is right in the middle going up into the sun. It's talking about that confidence and ability to be firm, you know. Wands represent fire energy again, which is that confident, outgoing energy. Snatch it, grab it with your talons. Don't let it go again. It belongs to you. That's the Raven message. So again, it's saying, you know, you've got this, you can do it. Don't let it go. You know, sometimes you have to take the opportunity right when it comes to you. So if you're competing with other people at work, or, you know, you're thinking of starting your own thing, do it, and do it now. Don't delay, don't wait. That's the message. And for love, this deck I don't do reversals on, the Radley Valentine Fairy Tarot cards. The Ace of Winter and the Magician are your messages. So again, it's a message about you're capable of doing whatever it is you set your mind to. You are capable. You have the ability to, I'm just double checking the messages. Joe, you better behave. As long as you put nice things, that's fine. As long as you put nice things, I'm okay with it. You better behave. But anyway, so the love messages is, again, you can manifest what it is you want, be confident, and do not be deterred by challenges. Ace of Swords can be like, kind of like that double-edged sword situation. You know, remember in the Druidcraft deck, it talks about, it talks about, in the Druidcraft deck, it talks about somebody literally lifting themselves out of the water with the sword. So again, I think it gives a better description, a better picture of it than this deck or the Rider-Waite, but it still has the same meaning. It's like rise above those challenges. If you've been having challenges in love, you can manifest. The Magician talks about anything is possible. And it also talks about the law of attraction. So whether you've been having trouble in your own relationship or you're looking for a new relationship, it is possible for you to manifest what it is you want in life. It is possible, 100%. But you have to have patience for the right person, the right job, even the right situation, or also have patience with your partner. And if you keep trying things and something isn't working with your partner, sometimes at a certain time you have to let it go or open yourself up to the partner that would be right for you. Because sometimes, this is why I tell people when they want like a love reading for a specific person, you can make it work. I'm not going to give TMI, but I know for a fact you can make it work. However, the person is going to end up being a little bit more obsessed and like infatuated than really in love. So it's not really like long lasting because you're bending the universe against somebody's will. So it's better to do love intentions or love spells or whatever you want to call it, because the law of attraction really is a form of spell. That's what it is. They're just not using props like herbs and crystals and all of that, but writing things over and over again, especially in a pattern like that, is like a spell or incantation. So you can use law of attraction for love, but it's better to make it general. And the Magician card talks a lot about the law of attraction. So, you know, whenever I see that card, I think of it as the law. I think of it as the law of attraction card. Sorry, guys. I looked at the comments. Because it is about manifesting what it is you want in your life. So, you know, again, it is possible, but make it general, you know, like I said, if you are in a relationship, you're having trouble with your partner, make it general, the positive feelings you want to feel. It doesn't have to be, I need to feel positive, you know, I need Antonio, I'm making up a name, to treat me like this, this, and this. No, you say, I feel fulfilled. I feel, you know, secure. I feel whatever, like it's already happening, and make it general, basically, because, you know, you may be going through some challenges, but again, you have the law of attraction on your side. It is possible to manifest what it is you want. So message number 2 is, Okay, so the High Priestess reversed and think big about yourself. That's your message for work. High Priestess reversed means you haven't been listening to your intuition. It's not really bad. It's actually not a terrible card in reverse. It's just saying listen to that voice within because you're not doing it. You know, you're not listening to the voice within. You're not following that voice that's telling you, like, what should I do? Where should I go? You're kind of like ignoring it. Or you had a hunch about something, you ignored it, and then it proved that you were right and you should have listened. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a really old one. I wear it sometimes still. I have a lot of stuff, but thank you. So the High Priestess, again, reversed, lack of listening to the intuition. It's about when you get a reversal, I try to think of it as how can we turn this right side up if it's a positive card. If it's a negative card in the reverse, that's good because it means you're overcoming that energy. But it's like, how can we turn this like this? Listen to yourself the first time. Don't wait until after something happens and then you're like, damn, I should have listened to that voice within. You know, when it's concerning a decision, maybe with work, maybe you knew you shouldn't take this job and, you know, it wasn't the one for you. And a voice was saying, you know, you can wait a little longer and find the right job because you're not going to be happy here. I mean, of course, if you're in dire straits and you really need to take a job, then do it. It could also be giving information to a coworker that you shouldn't have given information to. Intuitively, you knew they were dishonest, you know? And the Raven card says, think big about yourself. What is the point of thinking of yourself small? What is the point of making yourself small? Connect with your divine self and be what you are. So it's like, remember who you are. Remember that you are divine. That I can actually go with the High Priestess as well, because this talks about the divinity within you. Intuition is very connected to soul and spirit. And it's like the lack of connection to that, right, is a lack of connection to your soul as well. And it's saying, think big about yourself, not necessarily in an ego sense, but think about the still small voice within the divine self. That is the soul. So it's like soul esteem, not self-esteem. And that's a lot different than self-esteem, because soul esteem is not about what you can get. It's not about getting things and achieving more and being, you know, further materialistically up in life. Not that that's a bad thing. We need that to live. But it's more so about nurturing. What are you passionate about? What do you know within yourself is true? What do you feel? You know, what is the truth within yourself that you need to follow? Is that going with your career path right now? That's soul esteem. That's getting in touch with your soul. So follow that, and you'll be able to turn this right side up instead of ignoring this intuition within you and having it, you know, reversed. So the love advice is the Two of Cups and the Six of Swords, or the Six of Winter. So you have been, if you are not in a new relationship already, you might be soon, and it might be in the summer. You know, Two of Cups, I don't usually literally read these as the seasons because each season in this deck represents like cups, pentacles, etc. But in this case, it might indicate the summer, since we are approaching the summer, that either you're going to have a positive relationship in the summer, and you might meet them when you go on vacation. Six of Swords talks about vacationing and taking a break, or you're going to go on a vacation that brings you and your love closer together. So think about if you can afford, even if it's like a weekend trip somewhere, going on a trip somewhere with your lover or your partner, or maybe like if you go on a trip solo or with like a friend, you'll meet somebody, you know, that could be it as well. So that's exciting. And then message number 3 is, well, this is an interesting message for career. I mean, number 3 might be giving more. Let me just look at the other cards. All right, so I think number 3 kind of came out the way it wanted to, so I'm going to go with the energy of what it did. So for message number 3, the Druid Craft and the Raven are giving the messages for love, and they're giving the Doreen, or not Doreen Virtue, she doesn't want her name attached to it anymore, Radley Valentine Fairy Tarot cards. These cards are talking about career in this case. These are talking about love, so I'll do it that way. So for career, the Chariot and Balance. This is the advice for career. Let me just check. I just want to see what you guys are saying. Hi, Moon Jules. Hi, Callie. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for coming, you guys. Okay, so anyways, the Chariot talks about, again, confidence. It's very similar in a way to the Ace of Wands, in a way. This is a little bit more like about the passion that's driving you forward and the risks you take. The Chariot is having like that single-minded focus towards your goal. It's like, and it also talks about success and good luck happening, celebrating accomplishments that are closer to you. This is like rising above challenges, whereas this one is like you're almost there anyway, and you might just be celebrating some good news very soon. So you're almost at the finish line, you know, you're charging ahead. And while you do that with that single-minded focus towards your goal with career, you have to take other people's input into consideration, balance. You know, you need to think of other people's viewpoints, find a little bit of temperance, balance. Number 14, balance is temperance. You know, it's about taking all different sides and ways of looking at things and putting them in the middle, not being so extreme, black and white, one direction or the next. It's like going kind of in the middle. It's kind of like, in a way, even though this is not the card of Libra, it's not the Justice card, it kind of is like Libra too. Libra is all about balancing, taking other people's opinions, not taking sides, being diplomatic. That's what this is. Yes, be confident, go forward to your goals, but don't forget others' input, don't forget others' opinions, and don't leave them out in the dust if they've been good to you, basically. For the love advice is the Lovers, and I love this card. It's a treasure chest, and I'll read it. So there's like a little chest with like coins in it and stuff in here. These are very simple cards. So the Lovers, again, it talks about if you're not already in one, you will be in a very probably sexually charged relationship, very physically fulfilling relationship, or just passionate. This talks about passion. It talks about romantic love almost always when you get this card. So either you met them in the context of work, you will meet them in the context of work, or if it's not in that context, you're just going to have a very passionate deepening of your relationship you're already in. Or you're going to meet somebody soon that you're going to have that with, or that you feel that attraction towards. But remember, do not get caught up in infatuation and physical attraction, because this card warns, your heart is a treasure trove, not a smelly sewer, which basically means is your heart is precious, you're precious, and you should realize your worth and your value before you just give it away to somebody. So you may be very attracted to them, but look beneath the surface at the other things going on with this person before you jump into something. And also, if you're already in a relationship, before you continue to give yourself to them, if things are not always lining up properly, reevaluate. Should I continue to give my heart, my body, etc. to this person? So those are the messages. So now I'm going to do, hold on, let me look at the, oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I'll have it up afterwards so you can see the whole thing, Kelly. You're welcome. All right, so now I'm going to do a quick reading on, because I tried to do it, and it sucks because this is what I was saying at the beginning of the reading. I said I thought I was recording myself last night when I got home from the lounge, and I'm like sitting there talking to myself for 10 minutes, not recording anything. So I'm going to do the same reading again that I did last night and try to do it rather quickly before I end this video. So 17 minutes, let's see. Okay, so can you give us some information cards about baby Sussex? How is the baby going to turn out? Like, what is their life going to be like? Can you tell us what their life is going to be like? How is their life going to be? What type of baby or person, human being, is this baby going to be like? Like, what are they going to be like? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Holly. I appreciate that. So what is this baby going to be like? Okay. Well, this is what I have. It's not saying so much about the personality. It's talking about I'm just checking the comments. The child's going to be very confident, maybe like their mother in that aspect. She's very confident, or she at least puts on a confident face. However, very influenced either by their aunt or by Queen Elizabeth. And the child's going to be a bit of a loner, not necessarily a loner, but somebody who's introverted and sensitive. And the split of their parents is really going to affect them. So I'll say why. So the sun. So if not a child with, I don't think she's due around the time of Leo. I think she's going to have it I think it's going to be like a Gemini or a Cancer. Wait a minute. Let me see. If she's going to have it, or whoever's going to have it next month or the month after, that would be, I'm thinking like a Gemini. Probably it's going to be a Gemini, the baby. He or she will be a Gemini. So the sun talks about a confident, outgoing person, very fire energy personality. Geminis are outgoing and they're very chatty and social. So, I mean, that can go with it. Takes after their mother also can be, because she is a Leo, which is ruled by the sun. Queen of Pentacles is going to have a big influence on this child. So whether that's Kate or Queen Elizabeth, could be either one. The breakup, Lovers reversed, of the child's parents is going to affect them with a loss. It's kind of sad. The breakup, Four of Wands reversed, of the marriage. This is a marriage dissolving or stability, lack of stability. You know, a loss, sadness. This is going to be a child that, again, is very confident, you know, knows what they want, is very, their parents are going to instill, whether you agree with everything the parents do or not, they're going to instill a sense of confidence within this child, because we got the sun in the Chariot. This is very confident, as I said earlier, you know, going on your own, single-minded, focused type of energy, but at the same time introverted. So it's like they need some alone time. They're going to need alone time. They're going to be social at the same time of needing to recharge and be alone, because they're going to, like I said in another reading, they're like kind of like a star seed, empathic, not really from here type of light being. So like what I was saying earlier, is starseed is kind of like they haven't really incarnated here before, and from what I was getting in the other reading, is this is like going to be one of their first incarnations, if not the first on this planet. So they're going to be kind of like, it's not like you can intellectually acknowledge it, because you're in a human body and you have an ego, so they're not going to like necessarily know that's what they are. It's just like they're going to feel a little out of sorts with things, is how that's going to be. And then we got the star indicating a child. So that is indicating this is about the child. But yeah, that the breakup of the parents is really going to hurt them. I get a lot of Ten of Swords reversed, you know, that's overcoming pain. And it's indicated near the Four of Wands reversed, near the Five of Pentacles, which is lost, left out in the cold. And this talks about the breakup of a marriage a lot of times, and instability. So, I mean, this is going to be a very self-assured child. So I don't think that, I mean, they will, of course, going to be affected by their parents. Oh my God. You know what's interesting? I just realized this. Okay. So this is the first card that came out, right? This is the first card that came out to describe the child. Look what the child in this card looks like. And there is a child in this particular depiction of the Sun card. Isn't that interesting? I mean, we don't know if the child's going to resemble this child, but they could. That's really interesting. And this was the first one that came out, like I said, and the Sun card doesn't always have a child on it. So it was, I mean, the cards are basically saying, yes, we're answering the question. That's really interesting. All right. So let's ask how George is going to turn out, because that's what I did in, yeah, and she's like a medium. Yeah, she has a medium skin tone and she has curly hair. So I thought that was interesting. The card might be representing the child. We don't know. I mean, maybe. No, Aries is the beginning of April. Isn't it due? Wait a minute. So if it's due the beginning of April, then yes, it could be an Aries. But I was thinking more Gemini. Isn't it supposed to be, when is this baby supposed to be born by whoever is carrying it? I mean, whether it's her or... The beginning of May is Taurus. I have a family member who's the beginning of May. The end of April, the beginning of May is Taurus. The end of May, the beginning of June is Gemini. The end of June, beginning of July is Cancer. So anyways, no. No, March to April, that's not, no. March to April is Aries. So it depends when she'd have it. I don't know if it's going to be next month or the month after. If it was the month after, that's what I was thinking in my head. The month after would be May, which would be, yeah, maybe a Taurus. If it's the end of May, it would be Gemini. I don't know why I'm thinking, how many months has the pregnancy been going on for? Yeah, Geminis are, yeah, they're the very end of May, beginning of June. Because the end of June is Cancer. Thank you. I think so. I'm getting confused too. But anyways, I was basing it off of thinking that the child would be born more like the end of May. But I don't think it would be that many more months, right? It would be one more month. So then it would be more like a Taurus, not a Gemini. But regardless, I thought that was cool that the Sun card came out. The Sun is Leo and Aries anyways. And, you know, I don't think it was indicating the sign. I think it was just kind of because it had a child on it. It was saying this could be, you know, we're answering the question, Spirit's answering the question. This is about the child, you know. So let's ask about George. Wait, what's George's sign? Does anybody know what George's sign is? Let me see. I'm gonna see when he's born. Let's see, Prince George birthday. He's barely a Leo. He's a Cancer Leo cusp. That's such a, like an opposite combination. That's such an opposite cusp. Some cusp signs go really well together and other ones, it's like they're total opposites. Like Leo is like really outgoing and like, you know, talkative and gregarious and dominant, and Cancer's like super feminine, like more receptive, emotional energy. So it's like dead opposites right there. Let's not refer to a child as a pillow. I think that's in bad taste, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't do things like that. I'm not going to remove anybody from the channel for things like that. That's not really that big of a deal, but still, let's not call it child a pillow. Because even if we, you know, some people are convinced that she's allegedly not going to carry this child or isn't carrying the child, allegedly, you know, it still exists somewhere. So, you know, all right. So George is a Cancer Leo. Let's see. How is he going to be when he grows up? Oh. Well, he's very generous. Six of Pentacles, it's a very redeeming quality. He's maybe a little too generous. Four of Pentacles, this is just like letting go and like just, you know, opening yourself up to everything, you know? So I'm just going to check the comments again. Yeah. Yeah, the purple hair was from the lighting of the video. That wasn't like real. That was because of, I don't know, at my age, I don't think I do purple hair. But thank you. So the Four of Pentacles reverse talks about it's giving and it's opening yourself up, but maybe a little too much. It's like just letting go, like dropping the ball, so to speak. Six of Pentacles, again, is generosity. He's going to be very generous. However, I don't think he's going to like the restriction. High Priest reversed, Two of Swords reversed, stuck in the middle. Four of Swords reversed, not rested. Three of Wands reversed, not wanting to survey the kingdom, not wanting to look ahead at things. You know, Two of Pentacles reversed, lack of balance. I don't think it's talking about him and his emotional state or personality. I'm thinking it's talking about the burden of what he's going to face as an adult. And I think it's like going to be like a lot for him. Because he's like kind of like a daydreaming type, you know, Four of Cups. He daydreams. He's emotional. He's very generous, very giving. So this is going to be like a lot of pressure for him. All these cards are indicating to me a lot of pressure. They're all reversed. And they all have to do with making decisions, multitasking, resting, and again, making decisions, following the rules, following the norms. And there's a resistance to that, resistance to the Hierophant. So, which is the High Priest in this deck. So I think maybe he's going to associate more with his Cancer side than his Leo side. I think so, because he's right on the cusp, literally, where he would have been a Cancer if he was born like a day or two before that. So he's not quite like a real Leo. You know what I mean? So he'll have some of those qualities of Leo, but not necessarily just those qualities. Again, with the day, he got the Four of Cups again, the daydreaming card. This is like somebody who's like looking at things and they feel like they saw the magic in things, but then it's like they become discontented because their fantasies are not playing out in reality. So he's a very like whimsical being, like a whimsical child and probably an adult who doesn't always see like reality, kind of like looks at the fantasy of it, which is kind of nice in a way because it's like somebody who wants to believe the best in things in a way, but then it's like they get disappointed because it's like they have like an idealistic kind of mind. Harry's going to have a big influence on him. King of Pentacles. Two of Cups. So his parents, you know, and the family and the way he was raised, a Ten of Cups with his parents, William and Kate and the family are going to have a big influence on him. He's going to have a very protective, loving, you know, upbringing, obviously. Very privileged, too. And, okay, there's some kind of sadness he's going to go through. I don't want to go into it too much because I was getting that from the other cards, too. There's some kind of sadness, Three of Swords, he's going to go through. Something that's going to really disappoint and hurt him, that over time is going to pass. And it's going to cause him to reevaluate what he wants to do next. Three of Wands. Maybe it's when he loses one of his parents. It could indicate that. I'm not getting it's when his grandmother passes. I'm getting more so like in the future when he's an adult. He's very sensitive. And somebody who daydreams quite a lot. Very, very much in his emotions. I'm feeling more Cancer energy with him, even though he's born technically in Leo. I'm feeling more Cancer. But then like a conflict with the Leo, like that's a hard cusp to have. Those two signs are not really that harmonious together. Like certain signs are harmonious, you know, but those two signs more, that's like the opposites. It's like having two different selves together. So well, if that's true, Shelley, you know, it might not be for the best intentions, but in a way, I mean, I think if he's right, like, I think that most women in her position would probably do that because they need to solidify their place when they're married in that family, don't they? I mean, that's just my opinion. Even if she did it for that reason, I can kind of see why. you know? Because if she just married him, right, and then she didn't have a kid, like, what's she going to do? They all have to reproduce children in that family. All right, so I think I'm done for now because I can't keep going on forever. It's been 35 minutes. So let me just see something. One last thing I want to ask. What should we all take away for the rest of, let's see, what day is it today? All right, so the last week. Okay, so for the last week of March, what do you want all of us to know, Spirit? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys all came. I appreciate it. And, you know, in a way, I'm glad I redid this reading, even though I did it last night, because I feel like with the interaction, sometimes the interaction interferes with my ability to read, but then other times, as long as it's like positive interaction, it doesn't interfere as much. Like it's actually kind of better sometimes. So, what are some last messages that we all need to hear for the last week of March going into April? So there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be some new relationships for a lot of people, or either new relationships or some milestone in your relationships. I'm getting love messages. So renewal talks about review the past, present, and future, learn from your past to make a new future, to make a positive future, renewal. And then the Queen of Spring is, again, that Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. It doesn't mean you have to be a fire sign to get a message from this. It's just saying this is the kind of energy we need to start fostering now at this time. This is the kind of energy that is important for us at this time, you know, being confident. Yeah, I'm going to do the, sorry, I'm just looking at the comments before I go. I'm going to do some reviews. I think that's a good idea. There's so many things I want to do and I get sidetracked sometimes. So then I'm like, I jump around from one thing to the next and then I forgot that I was going to do it. Yeah, I would like to. I have to make a list of videos I have to make. Yeah, so I will. I'm going to review the decks that I use and then talk about ones that I want to get and like why I like them. I also want to credit the authors again too on the channel, so I would do that. Thanks, Kelly, for the suggestion. Thank you, Holly, Barbara, AR. Yes, AR, I will still have this special. I extended it. I forgot to say too, because I told somebody an email. I extended that special until the end of March. And for June, I'm going to do the $90 one again. My friend Melissa is making a deck and I'm going to show it on the channel when she's done. I considered making my own, but I'm not sure yet because I have a lot of projects I'm doing. I'm trying to compile my blog into a book and I'm going to do that first before a deck. But, yeah. Okay. No, it's okay. You don't have to say sorry. I was actually trying to think out loud if I was doing it in the right order because I didn't tell you guys, Moon Jewels, in my mind, what I was trying to say. The reason I said Gemini is because I was thinking her pregnancy is going to last longer, but but the order of it, I wanted to make sure I had right. That's what I was saying, all that stuff out loud. But yeah, no, that's okay. And actually, he or she, the baby, probably is going to be probably a Taurus then, because it's not going to be, it would be the beginning of May, which would be, or the very end of April, which is a Taurus. So like the Queen. Thanks, guys. You guys are really nice. All right. So anyways, I'll stop getting myself distracted and I'll read the rest of the cards. So again, this talks about confidence and being, you know, sure of yourself. There's a lot of wands energy coming in, but it makes sense because the wands is the summer. It's this, it's, you know, it's fire energy, you know, even though this is represented as spring in this deck, in my opinion, wands is summer because we think of like one of the most popular, you know, known fire signs, right? That's, you know, well, Aries is the spring, but Leo is the summer. Whenever I think of fire signs, I think of Leo because you think of the sun, you think of a lion, you know, that's the sign I go to when I think of fire signs. So this is about, again, that confidence, self-assuredness, going forward, etc. Learning from the past, right? And in this new relationship or this new chapter of the relationship you're already in, the lovers, again, almost always talks about relationships. You can learn those lessons from the past, be confident in what it is you want, and you will celebrate a positive new beginning. Three of Cups, either that or milestone, more so new beginning in the sense of a milestone with this person, or you're going to celebrate a new relationship with somebody who's going to come in. For men who are watching, I really don't have too many men who watch the channel, but if there are any men who are watching or women who date women, the person who's coming in could possibly be a Queen of Winter or Queen of Swords. And if she's not literally an air sign, she's going to have those qualities. So very intellectual, very intelligent, somebody who might hold their emotions back a little bit, somebody who is going to have really interesting, deep philosophical conversations, but not necessarily be a super emotional type of person. That kind of person might be coming in either into a new relationship, or you're just going to have you're going to cross a milestone in the relationship you're already in, some of you, in which there's something to celebrate. So maybe an engagement, maybe a wedding, a baby, something like that. Three of Cups talks about celebrating those milestones in life. And for those of you who date men who date men, and women who date men, it may be a male earth sign coming in, King of Pentacles. He also came up for the Royals a couple times. So it seems like this male earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is around as well. So if he's not one of those signs, like I said, you don't have to take this exact sign seriously, because some signs can have personality traits of other signs and they're not that sign, you know? So basically just somebody who's intellectual, good with his money, good at saving, is about success and money, is like more of a traditional like type of guy, like a provider type of guy. He wants to take care of his own type of guy. That guy might be coming in for you guys, or you're already with him. And like I said, there's something to celebrate, a new milestone, or you'll be celebrating a new relationship. So that's what we have for the end of March going into April, is relationship stuff. So that's it. That's all I have. I'm going to finish the reading now, and I'll say goodbye to you guys. Thank you. Which, this one, are you talking about? Kelly, are you asking about this deck? This is the Druidcraft deck. Because that's the newest one I bought. So the Druidcraft deck by Stephanie Carr Gom and Will Worthington is one that I used today. And then the other one that I used today is the Fairy Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. And then the other one I used today is the Raven Oracle by Gabby Bucker. So those are the ones that I've been using lately. You're welcome. All right, so I'll be doing a video later, probably tomorrow, and then I'll do a separate video. I'll try to remember about what decks I use and get my whole stack of them and go through all of them. Yeah, it is. It's like the best deck to read. It's so good. I recommend all of you. I'm going to keep saying that. If you want to get one deck and you're learning tarot, get the Druid one. That one has like really vivid, clear images. All right. So again, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, and they're not fact-based or proven. I'm not responsible for any decisions or outcomes after the readings, and there are no fixed outcomes, but thanks for watching again. And you know, I have to say that. I was advised to say that in every video. So I will talk to you guys later, and I love you all. And yeah, have a good rest of your Sunday.